Have you ever wondered what would happen if our planet just stopped? No warning, no countdown, Earth simply ceases to spin. Right now, as you watch this, Earth is spinning at over 1,600 kilometres per hour at the equator. You can't feel it, you can't see it, but it never stops. Until, in this scenario, it does. The first thing that would happen is instant and catastrophic. Everything on the surface not bolted to the ground, every car, every building, every human being would be hurled eastwards at 1,600 kilometres per hour. The momentum doesn't stop just because the planet does. That's faster than the speed of sound. Cities would be obliterated in seconds. Oceans would slosh across continents in walls of water hundreds of metres high. Nothing on the surface would survive the first few minutes. The oceans alone would cause unimaginable destruction. Without the centrifugal force of Earth's spin holding water at the equator, the seas would redistribute. They would drain towards the poles, flooding everything in their path and leaving vast stretches of the equator exposed as dry land for the first time in billions of years. The result would be two enormous polar oceans and a brand new supercontinent stretching around the middle of the Earth. The entire geography of our planet, every coastline, every country, every border, gone, redrawn in hours. The atmosphere would be next. Earth's spin is partly responsible for our weather systems, the jet streams, trade winds, and storm patterns we rely on. Without it, the atmosphere would behave completely differently. Winds of unimaginable speed would tear across the new landscape as the air itself struggled to find equilibrium. And then there's the day. Right now, Earth's rotation gives us a 24-hour cycle of day and night. Without it, one side of the planet would face the sun for 6 months at a time. Temperatures on the sunlit side would climb to over 100 degrees Celsius. The dark side would plunge to minus 100. No life as we know it could survive either extreme. But here's something most people don't consider. Earth's magnetic field. The invisible shield that protects us from deadly solar radiation is generated by the movement of molten iron in our core, driven in part by our planet's rotation. Slow the spin and magnetic fields weaken. Stop it entirely and we lose our shield against the sun's radiation completely. Without that magnetic field, solar winds would strip away our atmosphere over thousands of years. The same thing happened to Mars, which lost its magnetic field billions of years ago and is now a cold, barren, airless rock. Earth would follow the same path. Well, could anything survive? Possibly. Deep underground, away from the surface devastation, some microbial life might persist. In the deepest oceans, geothermal vents that don't rely on sunlight could sustain ecosystems for thousands of years. Life, in some form, is remarkably stubborn. Now here's the thing, scientists believe that Earth is actually slowing down. Very, very gradually. The moon's gravitational pull is applying a constant brake. Every hundreds of years, a day gets about 1.4 milliseconds longer. At this rate, it would take billions of years to stop completely. In fact, Earth and the moon are heading towards something called tidal locking, the same phenomenon that means we only ever see one side of the moon. Eventually, in the very distant future, Earth will show only one face to the sun. But we're talking timescales so vast they make human history look like a blink. The reassuring truth is that Earth's spin is one of the most stable forces in the solar system. It has been spinning for 4.5 billion years. The chances of it stopping suddenly are essentially zero. But the fact that everything we know, our weather, our oceans, our magnetic shield, our very concept of a day, depends on this invisible spinning force beneath our feet, is worth a moment of appreciation. We live on a planet hurling through space, spinning at over 1,000 kilometres per hour, protected by an invisible magnetic bubble, orbiting a star at 30 kilometres per second. And somehow, against all the odds, it all works perfectly. So next time you feel like the world is out of control, just remember, it's been spinning perfectly for 4.5 billion years. It's not stopping anytime soon.